Hey there, my friend. Welcome to Liloa Yoga. I am Lauren, and I am so glad that you're joining me for this release practice. This is a 30-minute practice that we are focusing just head to toe, feel good movement that's focused a little bit more intentionally on overall mobility in your body. Now, you practice with me regularly. This is ingrained in what we do, the way that I teach anyway, but I'm just calling a little bit more attention to it as we move throughout practice today. So let's go ahead and dive right in. We are going to start on hands and knees. And then just a quick note, we don't necessarily need yoga props for this class, but feel free to use yoga blocks if you would like to at any point. All right, so we're coming down onto hands and knees. Index fingers forward, spread your fingers wide. Bring your knees slightly closer together, maybe touching. And I want to begin practice by just shifting our hips side to side. So mobility, I'm going to talk to you while we move here. Mobility is, simply put, moving the body. I like the definition of moving the body as it is intended with ease. And the ease part, I think, is key. So we're designed to move in all directions, so we're going to do that today. And now let's just pause. The hips go to the right and just linger there. Take a moment, take a breath. What do you feel? What do you notice? And then let's release that. Bring the hips, the knees in, or knees don't move. Hips pass through. Oh, there we go. Over to the left. And hold steady here. So same thing. What do you feel? What do you notice? Bring the hips into center. And now let's take that right into hip circles. So knees can be touching for this. Or again, just a little bit of space there. And this can be a great place to just close your eyes, turn off that external world, turn on this internal dialogue between your body. Let's reverse now. That internal dialogue between the body, the breath, that headspace. Oh. Let's take it around a couple more times here. And then bring those hips into center. All right, my friend. Now let's separate those knees underneath the hips. And let's give those wrists a little bit of a break. Come up onto your fingertips. So our fingers are still spread wide, but we're coming up onto fingertips into cat-cow. So elbows are straight. Option to tuck the toes. As we inhale, bring your belly, your chest, let it drop towards the mat. Little bend to the elbows if you need with that. And then exhale, release the tops of the feet, chin to chest, round that upper back. And let's do it again, staying on fingertips, inhaling. Maybe you shift a little bit of weight back and then exhale, tucking around. Let's do that again one more time, inhaling. Belly towards the floor, nice stretch to the abdomen. We tuck, we round. Maybe you shift just a little bit of that weight back. Before coming now back into table pose. So back down onto those hands, spreading those fingers wide. Press through the fingertips, knuckle pads. Tuck your toes, and then let's lift the hips up into downward facing dog. And so as we come into this down dog, double check that you have hands wide enough for the shoulders. Pedal those feet for me. Shake your head. Walk it out. You could lift and lower a leg if that's what you need. Sometimes that just feels really nice. And if you're not sure, give it a try, right? There's no harm in trying. This practice is just a big exploration. Alrighty, and then let's take a slow walk together, my friend, to the top of the mat. So you can come up onto tiptoes if you want to get a little bit more into the back of those legs. As we come forward into Uttanasana, feet are hip distance, all 10 toes forward. And then maybe tonight or this morning, whenever it is you're practicing, you grab opposite elbows and you take a little sway. Of course, maybe the hands to the low back or arms dangle underneath you. You pick. Let's take just another breath. Before letting the arms come down underneath those shoulders, and inhale halfway into this flat back position, we will lift. All right, just hold here for a moment. So there's a slight bend into the knees. Your butt is sticking back. Your shoulder blades are pulling together. So your chest isn't rounded, right? We have this beautiful long spine. Your back is like a table. We could set a drink on it and it would be stable. Just take one more breath. And then release as you exhale back into the fold. Pause, take a little sway. And we'll do that again. So as we inhale into this flat back position, this is working this entire posterior side of the body. So mobility incorporates so many elements. Let's take one more breath here. Fold for me, exhaling back down. Little sway. So that mobility isn't just range of motion, but it's flexibility, it's strength, it's balance, stability. All of those things help us move with ease. Alrighty, so here we go. One more time now together. Inhale, halfway, flat back. But this time we pause, then bend your knees, drop your butt, press through the feet, sweep the arms out and up as we reach up overhead, inhaling. And then exhale, hands come down to prayer at heart center. Arms to the side of the body, we land in mountain pose. There's a drop to the tailbone, low belly's engaged, shoulders rest down and away from the ears. And I want you to take a cleansing breath. Air leaves the belly. Take an inhale through the nose. An open mouth, let it go, my friend. And let's add some movement as we take another breath in, arms out and up overhead. Exhale out of the mouth, arms down to the side of the body. And do that one more time. Same thing. Inhale, up we go. Open mouth, exhale. Arms come down. And then just one more time, that nice shoulder roll, shoulders up towards the ears. Send them down the back and just pause. High five yourself for hit and play. And then let's take it from there. I want you to sweep the arms back up overhead as we inhale. Hold steady here. Shift weight to the balls of your feet. Begin to lift your heels away from the floor. We come into a toe stand. Your gaze is out in front of you. And if you have to tiptoe around like I'm doing, that's okay. You find your balance. You pause. You breathe in. And then exhale, heels down, arms come down to the side, hands in prayer, bend your knees, chair pose, squat. And then up we go. Inhale, arms out and up. So big motion with those arms. And we exhale, back down into chair pose, squat. Do it again. Inhaling, up we go. Maybe the gaze goes up, hands together. Exhale, chair pose, squat. Just one more time, same thing. Up we go. Inhale. And exhale, chair pose, squat. Hold steady here. Just notice what's happening. Weight is into those heels. You're going to start to feel the quads, the glutes, the hamstrings, that back working. One more breath. Sink a little bit deeper because you can. And then up we go, inhaling. This time as we exhale, hands to the low back. Lace the fingers, roll the shoulders, lift your chest as we inhale, and fold forward with me on the exhale. All right, so back into forward fold. We're lifting the arms away from the low back. If you have that space, we take another breath. Before releasing the arms down without a slingshot, let them come down and past the hips. Bend your knees, drop your butt. We come up into chair pose. Hold, arms to the side of the head. Take a breath in and out. And then do that again. We release, come down into that forward fold. Hold. Take a breath. And then back we go, halfway lift. So a lot of hinging here at the hips to get us started. Fold as we exhale and then all the way up to standing. Arms out and up overhead. Big breath. And exhale. This time again, hands to that low back. Interlace your fingers, roll the shoulders. Same thing once more. So we lift the chest, drop the tailbone. And then exhale, bend the knees as much as you need. We fold forward. This is going to come back into play throughout practice, so just hold, gaze between the legs. And as we release this time, slowly separate the hands. Arms come down to the side, past the hips, past the knees. Drop your knees, or drop your butt as you bend your knees. We come into that chair pose, hold. Arms are up towards the side of the head. Take another breath here. And then standing straight and tall with those legs, hands come down into prayer. All right, so I'm coming back towards the top of the mat. I traveled just a little bit there. Let's send weight to the right foot. Lift your left thigh, half salute. Take a big inhale breath. And as we exhale, hands again back to the side of the hip. We're going to reach all the way back, landing in a crescent pose. So right hip crease back, left hip comes forward. Reach the arms off to the side and up overhead. Take a breath in. And then exhale right into your warrior two. So we have this right knee forward. Your left leg is extended fully. Our arms are reaching out into a T. There's a deep bend into that right knee. So we're opening up all through the inner part of the thighs. Let's take another breath here together. And then exhale as we come down, right arm, then the left arm through a high lunge. All right, from there, pull this right leg back and up into the air. So three-legged dog, we lift. And then as we exhale, I want you to pull it forward, right into center. Come through plank, bring that knee right in as if we were trying to kiss the knee. And then push through your hands. Lift that leg right back up, three-legged dog. And pull it back forward. Oh, back into center. Hold, hold, hold. Same thing again. Press through those hands. Three-legged dog. Up we go. And now this time all the way back in between the hands. High lunge. From here, we step forward. Press off your left foot. Right foot is at the top. Left foot comes and joins forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and release. Arms out and up overhead, my friend. Big old breath in. Oh, and exhale, hands to prayer at heart center. Now, love mountain pose, pausing throughout this release practice. It's kind of one of the hallmarks. So just take a moment, roll the shoulders. What do you notice after that bit of movement? Take a cleansing breath with me. Send air from the belly. Take a deep breath in. And open mouth. Let it go. All right, so here we go. Same thing, other side. Half salute this time. Weight to the left foot. Pick your right thigh up. Arms are up overhead. And here we go. Exhale, we step back. Hands come towards the side of the body. So those thumbs are forward as we reach back and we land. All right, square the hips off. You're high on the ball of that right foot. Bend into the back knee if you need, and then sweep the arms off to the sides as we reach up overhead. Hold, take a breath in, and then let's open up into that warrior two. So we have our left leg in front, your right leg is behind you. Now my back is to you just for a moment here, and we're holding and we're breathing. You're reaching your arms in opposite directions here. Make sure you can see that left big toe. If you can't, pull your knee a little bit further to the left. Take one more breath in. And as we exhale, left hand comes down and then the right hand through that high lunge and we take it back, three-legged dog. Lift that left leg all the way up. All right, here we go. Use that body strength. We come forward through plank, left knee, all the way into center and hold. So pull it all in, squeeze, and now press through those hands. Use the strength of your body. Leg re-extends, inhale. And exhale, do it again. We come forward, knee right into center, squeeze, and then lift once again. Up we go, inhale. All right, all the way back forward this time. Step it in between the hands into that high lunge and press off of your right foot. Lift it up, place it next to the left foot, top of the mat. We are back in that good old forward fold, hold, and then halfway lift. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale into Uttanasana. And up we go to standing. Bend the knees as much as you need, lift. And exhale, hands to prayer at heart center.
All right, here we are, my friend. Arms down. One more time, that mountain pose. Just roll the shoulders. Send them up, back, and down. And take a cleansing breath here with me as well. So we send air from the belly. Take a deep breath in. And let it out. All right, so great job. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're feeling the blood flowing. We're going to play around with some of these similar movements, adding on, coming back to that half salute. So this time, as we inhale, I want you to take the arms up. Exhale with me here, weight to the left foot. Right thigh lifts, bring your arms down to your low back. Interlace your fingers. So half salute, but with a different arm position. I want you to squeeze those shoulder blades. Pull the elbows towards one another. Hold. Take a breath. And then here we go. We're going to step back from here slowly. Let that left knee bend. We're headed to that crescent pose. Can you keep those hands towards that low back as we reach it back? And we land in crescent softly. And it's okay if that was super wobbly, if you had to release the hands, but bring them back if you can. Maybe the hands slide towards the bum. If not, keep them to the low back. But let's just open up even more through that chest. Cast the gaze up towards the ceiling. Take another breath. And then let's release those arms. Again, off to the side, up we go. Maybe, just maybe, let's cast our gaze directly up above us. Can those hands come into a prayer? This is really challenging balance. Trust your body as you breathe. And then on the exhale, my friend, let's take it into that warrior two. So we open up. All right, so here we are. Again, my back is to you. All right, just pause, breathe with me here. Take a breath. And then let's take those hands to the low back. So here we are again, the same arm configuration. We're drawing elbows towards one another, hands to the low back. Headed to humble warrior. As you inhale, lift your chest. And as we exhale, stick your butt back. Head, chest comes towards that 1 or 2 o'clock position on the body clock. So try to keep sinking those hips back into the left. Maybe you can reach the hands away from the low back. We take another breath. And then without a slingshot, release those arms softly. They come down to the inside of that left foot. We take a little walk back forward. And ta-da, we're back where we were a moment ago. Pull that left leg all the way up into the air. 3-legged dog, but this time bend your knee. Let that hip roll open, shake it out. And then square your hips off for me. Lower that left foot. We're in downward facing dog. And from there, I want you just to shift forward. Come into a plank pose, pause. And then from plank, come down onto your knees. Take your knees wider apart, please. Sink those hips back. Take a child's pose. Now, as we hang here, you get to pick what you do with those arms. Maybe you keep them forward. Maybe you bring them to the side. Take a couple of breaths. I'm taking a slow rock of my hips. Just instinctually, that wanted to happen. So if you find similar movement just kind of naturally comes into your body, that is totally fine. Let's take another breath here. And then bring those arms forward. For me, my friend. Here we go. Let's lift up together. And now we got to repeat all of that on the other side. All right, but before we do, let's come back to where we were at the beginning of practice. Come back up on those fingertips for me here. Let's take those same cat-cows again. Index fingers pointing forward, fingers spread wide. Tuck your toes, and here we go, belly towards the floor. And then release and round with me as we exhale. And do that again, inhaling. Maybe the breath can come in a little more full. What do you notice is the temperature of your skin a little more warm. Let's take one more breath. Hot diggity dog, my friend. All right. Now come back into center. Let's come through that table pose. Tucking your toes, lift your hips up into that downward facing dog. And then let's take that slow walk together again to the top of the mat. So you can come up onto your tiptoes and walk forward. That's just something different, more challenging. Take it or leave it if you want. But we land back in this forward fold. Shake the head, a little sway. And then from here, halfway lift, flat back. Pause, bend the knees, drop your butt, press through the feet, sweep the arms out and up overhead. And then exhaling, hands come down to prayer. And then we release into Tadasana, that mountain pose, palms forward, spreading those fingers wide, rolling the shoulders up and back. We land here, drop the tailbone, keep your body engaged, but let's take that cleansing breath. Air leaves the belly, and we inhale together deeply. And open mouth, let it go. All right, and now let's get ready to take it to that other side. So here we go. We take those arms up overhead. All right, so this time we send weight to your right foot. And as we exhale, left thigh is going to lift, half salute. We bring the arms behind us to the low back. And interlace your fingers here. We draw the elbows towards one another to start. So we keep opening up through the chest. This is working strength of the base leg. Working these hip flexors on this left thigh. Take another inhale. And then here we go, slow and controlled. We start to transition to that crescent pose. Little bend into that right knee, or big bend. You listen to your body, and then wiggle that left foot back. It's like we land on glass or ice. All right. Right hip crease back, left hip forward. Maybe you can slide the hands a little bit further down the bum, letting the elbows straighten. Hold and breathe. Without a slingshot, let's just separate the hands and then lift the arms up overhead into that crescent pose. Hold here. So let's just start. Cast the gaze maybe up towards the ceiling. And then can you cast the gaze even further up, directly above your head? Bring those hands together into this prayer-shaped position. Hold, take another breath. And on the exhale, here we go, Viratu. We open up, that right knee is in front. Nicely done, my friend, nicely done. And just hold here, take one more breath. Before we take those arms once again to the low back. All right, so here, it's something a little different. Instead of that regular grip that you take the non-dominant grip, the one that feels awkward. Sometimes just a little change. Just see what it does for you. So we pull those shoulder blades together, humble warrior on the exhale, send your butt back. So that right foot, right knee is pointed towards 12 on the body clock, head this time here towards 10 or 11. Reaching those arms maybe away from the low back. Trying to send a little bit more weight towards the outer part of that right hip. Take another breath. Without a slingshot, let's release those arms down to the inside of the right foot. We take that little walk back forward. All right, and here we go. One more time, three-legged dog. Let's pull that right leg all the way up into the air. Hold steady. Bend the knee. Let that hip roll open. Maybe roll the ankle here. And then let's square those hips off. Lower your right foot. Hold your downward facing dog. And shift forward back into that plank pose, my friend. We hold, push the floor away, re-engage that entire body, and then come down onto the knees. Let's take that child's pose once again together, my friend. Hips come towards the feet, towards the heels. And again, arms can go wherever you would like. So couple breaths. Let's lift all the way up now, round the back. Up we come, bring those knees down and underneath the shoulders. Walk them forward a little bit, and then here we come. Oh, I think I just realized, I said bring your knees under your shoulders. That is not what I meant. Oh, Lord, it's been a long day. I'm not going to lie. This is why I need yoga. So just come down on your belly. Oh, I want you to bend the knees, rock them, rock the feet side to side. Oh, y'all. Life, hallelujah. Please tell me I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one, but I have a microphone and a camera. So there we go. All right. I digress. Here we go. Let's take a couple of cobra poses, engaging this backside before we flip over. All right, so with cobra, you can bring your legs to touch or have space, hip distance apart between those feet, those legs. Hug your elbows in, press down into the tops of the feet. Feel your quads engaged, tailbone under, squeeze your booty and lift. Let the shoulders relax down away from the ears and then slowly come down. I sound like a broken record inhaling. Let's do it again. About the alignment for cobra, it is so important that you keep your glutes engaged, tailbone drawing under, protecting that low back. Let's do it again. Inhaling, you're moving with your breath. Up you come. And exhale, down you come. Pause here. Slide your hands off to the side of your mat. Back up onto your fingertips. This is that alternate arm position. So elbows are over the wrists. Elbows are lifted up towards the ceiling. Index fingers point forward here slightly. And then let's press down into the feet. Squeeze the glutes. Press into those fingertips and up we come. And then exhale, come down. So we're going to do just one more like that same thing. Inhaling, squeeze the glutes, lift. And exhale, come down. Beautiful work, my friend. All right, so bring those arms down to the side. One more time. Head turns in one direction. Bend the knees. Rock the hips. Now we spend a lot of time bending and folding and looking down at this mat. So as we transition here, I just want you to press up and back. Just come upright with me for just a quick moment to a seated position. So into Sukhasana. And we're going to take a seated twist just to kind of let it settle before we land onto our back here. So does not matter which leg. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's do this together. Let's have our right leg in front. So I'm going to mirror you. Right leg is in front. Let's lift up out of the waist. Sit up super tall, so weight into both of those hips. Sweep the arms off to the side. Inhale, we lift. Twist over to the right side for me. We lower that left hand down and we bring right fingers down around as well. So here we lift up tall, big breath in. And then you get to pick. Maybe you turn your head and you look over that left shoulder. Maybe it feels better to turn and look over the right shoulder. Maybe you find that you just need to nod the head, yes. Or maybe no movement at all. We're going to take just another breath here. And then as we release, I want you to pick right arm up. Lift it up and bring it all the way around. It's going to land on your left knee. So we've got a hold of both of our knees. Pick your knees, your thighs up as much as you need to make it happen. And then lean back for me. So we have this right arm on top. We're tucking, we're rounding the chin, stretching that upper back. As we release, we sit upright, separate the arms, bring them back behind you. So fingertips come back, lean back, pick your legs up, out, and then we swap the cross of our legs, bringing left thigh in front. Here we are again. All right, so root down, hands to the knees, wiggle through those hips, sit up tall, and here we go, same thing, other side. Inhale, arms up overhead. And we twist over to this left side, right hand to the knee. You sit up tall. And what do you feel What do you notice? Again, maybe you turn that head one side or the other, or nod yes or no. You get to pick. Let's take another breath here, really working that exhale, navel to spine. Release with me, my friend, slowly. Just like we did other sides, pick that left arm up. So it's this big action, moving until we grab a hold of that right knee. Same thing, you lift the knees, the thighs as much as you need to. We're going to tuck that chin towards the chest, round, lean back. So you're using your body weight here. And let's lift up together. So we start to sit upright. Lift the arms all the way back up and around. They come behind us. And then we just pick those legs up, lower them down, scoot yourself forward, and we're going to come down onto our back after all of that. Bring those knees into your chest. Give yourself a little rock side to side. And then send those legs down, arms up overhead, full body stretch, my friend. Reach, 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 opposite directions. Take a big breath. And then let it go. Arms come to the side of the body. Let's take feet to the edges of our yoga mat. Repositioning the hips here. And then arms, if you can, if it's comfortable, make more of like a cactus shape, or like the letter W, where your head would be like the center of the W, your arms are the side. So that the elbows are slightly bent, palms to the ceiling. And then just let the knees drop over to the right. We hold. Take a breath in. And exhale into center. Bring them up and through to the other side. Left with those knees, we hold. And then bring them in through center. So here we go. I want you to bring the arms now up, straighten them up overhead. And as we drop them over to the right, now bend the elbows and like pull them down as if we were making more of that cactus shape. And then here we go. We're going to lift, bring the arms up as the knees come through center. And as the knees come to the left, we pull the elbows back down. Do that again. We're going to take the arms up overhead, knees through center. And exhale, we bring them down. Hold. Let's just linger. And one more time, stretch them up, knees to center. And over to the left. Good deal. We're going to bring it all the way back through center. Arms are reaching up overhead. Heel toe your feet towards one another, hip distance apart. Bring the arms right up above you. Bring them down towards the side of the body. Take a bridge pose. Tuck and lift, hips up. Your arms are down, palms down. And then let's release hips all the way down. One more time, little tuck and lift. Up you go. Squeeze the glutes. And exhale, come down. Let the feet come back apart just a wee bit here so that the knees can fall in on one another. Let your hands rest on your belly, my friend. And as we get ready to finish practice, make sure that low back is flat against the mat. We don't take that traditional Shavasana in this class, but we will take those 3 cleansing breaths together. So observing the difference that 30 minutes can make. Let's get ready to close together here, my friend. Send air from your belly. And take a deep breath in. Open mouth, let it go. Let's do it again. Inhaling. And exhaling. And one more time together, in and out. Letting hands find prayer at heart center. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here with me for this practice. Namaste, my friend.